Welcome to The Teach, where we're going to go through Obscurio, a 2 to 8 player game where we play wizards trapped in a magical library trying to escape. But this is played with a twist. One player is the traitor, trying to prevent everyone else from escaping with them. The traitor wins by making sure that everyone runs out of their cohesion. Every other player in the grimoire wins by successfully navigating through 6 rooms. I love this game because it is a really fun take on the traitor mechanic where even if you are the traitor, you don't feel like you're ever excluded from the game. You get to be part of what the experience is, and you're subtly changing aspects. Even when you're revealed and they fully know who you are, the joy does not stop. You get to still sabotage and mess with everyone else. So let's jump into the game and actually see how it's played. Now, first of all, it's probably worth noting that the rulebook is definitely not going to be your friend here. We will try and go through all the rules in here, but this book broke my brain too many times. I spent half hour on one page because I didn't understand a simple sentence that could have been rephrased. So make sure that you actually have a play of the game and ignore the rules. Hopefully we'll go through everything here and really give you what you need to be able to play. The publisher actually wanted to go back and reprint the game. I would love them to rewrite the rules because it would make life so much easier, because I think this is such a great game to introduce to all of your friends. So let's jump in. The premise of the game is really just trying to... the grimoire, one player who can't talk about the game, is actually going to give clues to everyone about where they're trying to go. So in the first stage, we're going to set up, and that actually means setting up your desk, which has a whole bunch of different options in there, which the trader is going to use in a later turn. You're then going to select one card from the deck, and you're going to look at that card and place it face down in front of you. That is going to be the card you want all the players to guess. You will then select 2 cards from the deck, placing them face down into your coordinates, into your grimoire, and then you're going to use these 2 tokens to actually signify different areas. So you can see within this card here, we want to be trying to show off the thumbnail or the person fighting or the various different elements. So we actually kind of want to we'll point to the fingertip, or we can actually reference the entire page. So we're actually going to put that down the bottom and say this entire page is actually relevant to what we're trying to guess. Once I've made that guess, I'll hand that out in front of the players, and they have as long as I decide as the grimoire that they need to guess. As soon as I believe that they're ready to make a guess, I will ask all players to close their eyes. And it's a nice little spiel that you'll kind of get into the groove of running, is everyone close your eyes. Can the trader please open their eyes? And you'll turn this book to them and you'll present them with 8 options. And you probably won't be able to see all of them in here, but you'll have, these are the first 4 options. They'll actually be able to select from this book what options they want to add to the list. So they might, with their hands, point to 4. I grab 4 out, I replace 4, and they select again. They might then tell me 5. So I put 5 down, I replace it, or in most cases I'll just put it there and deal with it later. And then I'll build this up to 6 cards. So this will now have 6 cards in this little deck. I'll ask the player to close their eyes, or trader to close their eyes, and then I'll ask all players to open their eyes. They now have a deck of rooms that they're trying to get to. My clues stay in play unless a trap removes it, and we'll go into what traps mean later. But this is where the player board is going to come into effect. If we actually look over here, we're going to have the player board. And every player is actually going to go through and make their guesses. So if we've got 3 players in play, they're going to make their guess using their color associated token. So in the initial setup, they will have chosen a character, one of these lovely display images at the start. and they will have a associated colour. They will also know, based on the cards, whether they are a wizard or a traitor. And that's it. There's only one traitor. And from here, what they're going to do is make their guesses. As soon as the first player, or as soon as one player reveals one of these tokens and puts it next to a door, the timer is going to start. And the Grimoire counts and tracks that timer on this little board. Once the first timer runs out, they will then flip it over, over, and over until the end of this last. And once that runs out, no one can make any more guesses. So it's in the best interest of players to get through and look at all the doors as quickly as possible. Once a player believes they know where it is, they can put themselves in front of the room that they believe it to be. And you notice that sometimes the traitor might have chosen the door that they chose, or they might have successfully chosen the door that is correct because they're just trying to throw a bit of mix in there. The Grimoire will then reveal which door is which is the correct door, and only one player needs to have guessed that door. If they guess the door, the section at the top, the tile at the top here, which we probably can't get into frame, actually moves up one. And every player that got it wrong, so this blue player got it wrong, will receive a cohesion token and put it onto their board. That then takes us to the turn cleanup. We then reset all the boards, all the tiles go back, and if there are still remaining cohesion tiles at the bottom of the board, the game continues. If you have exhausted all these tiles, we're through the game, we're partially almost out of the library, but we've entered into this dark zone, we're going to get into the accusation phase. What everyone's going to do is they will have 1 minute, one turn of the timer to discuss and determine who they believe is the traitor. At the end of that minute, the Grimoire will count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, and everyone has to point at who they believe is the traitor. If they get it wrong, the traitor, the person with the most votes, is not the traitor, lose 2 of those cohesion. Then repeat the process. Flip it over. They get another minute. All the discussion. Until such a time that either no cohesion are left or the traitor is revealed. Once the traitor is revealed, game continues the exact same way, but the traitor no longer takes part in the door guessing. They still get to do their third action, which is selecting tiles from the desk, but they do not actually get to select a door or take further cohesion tiles. If at any stage during the game there are no cohesion tiles left, the traitor wins and the game is over. Once you've reset, all tiles are put into the discard, including the 2 tiles from the Grimoire itself. You then start the process again. The only difference is that now you're going to have tokens based on how long it took. The first round, you always get 1 trap token. But every subsequent round, say they finished on 2, they will have an extra 2 tokens removed from the bag that is going to change the game. And this changes it every round. So they will change the different ones each round, and that is probably the best part of this rulebook. On the back, it does have a quick guide for there, but I would recommend getting a small piece of paper, adding it to the bottom, and adding the quick turn actions within there. So the turn setup, preparing the riddle, traitor actions, choosing a door, revealing the door, turn cleanup, and if is required, accusations are made. Adding that to the back page here actually makes this back page extremely useful, but the rest of the book you can leave wherever you want it. We have also made a drink for this cocktail, which is the Dark and Stormy. So make sure you get over and check out our video on how to make the Dark and Stormy, which we'll add the link to the top there. We are also going to be live streaming this game, and we'll add the video onto the side there once we've done that. Or you can come and join us live on Twitch with the social media links we'll add to the side, and you can join in the fun and frivolities, even join in the drinking responsibly while we play Obscurigo. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the stream. Bye.